Hi and welcome. My name's Tolan and I'm the co-founder of Productivity Me. In this video, we're going to go ahead and look at how to insert both columns and rows into a table within Microsoft Excel, and then how to remove specific columns or rows within a table. So with that, let's get started. If you want to follow along, go ahead and open up exercise file 07.05. So inserting a column into a range is not that difficult. You would essentially come here and you would go to insert, or you would right click and go to insert, and it would insert a column. Alternatively, you could select that column and go to insert here on your home tab. That too would insert a column. If you wanted to insert a row, you could do that by right clicking and going to insert or inserting there. Now, a column is not that much different if you want to insert a column internally. So here is our column, or here is our table. It goes from column A to column H. If we want to insert a column between that of column F and column G, we would select that cell, we could right click and go to insert, or we could just come up here and go to insert. If we wanted to insert row, we could select that row and then go to insert, or we could come up here and do insert. Now, that is not so much different than how we would treat a range, but hitting Control Z to undo all of that. The actual difference is that if we want to have our data, we can have a new column here on the right, and that will automatically be included in a range. So say that we're going to include something like phone number. So we would start typing the word phone number, and because this is to the right of the end of our current column, our current table ends at row H, and we're typing in row I. When we press enter, you'll notice that it's automatically formatted to include the column. So then we could say, put in the phone number, maybe 520-62, well, we do 520-621, and then 6633. Now, if we wanted to format that as a phone number, we could by coming up here and going to more formats, special phone number. That's a slight tangent, but anyway. So if we wanted to create a new column to the right of that and include it in our table, we could just automatically say typing, and then we could say maybe this is like their home phone number. And again, by pressing enter, it would automatically be included. That's kind of an advantage of having a table. Another advantage is if you are at the end of a table, so say we're here and the end of our table now ends at cell J23. If and when we press the enter key, it would move down one. But if and when we press the tab key, it will create a new row in our column. So we could press 455B42, and then again, maybe this is me, or maybe this is my brother. If my brother was named Patrick Thornton, and then this would be Thornton. We'd kind of fill it out as we might otherwise. So that's kind of an advantage, because when we're at just a regular range and we press tab, it would move over to the right. So it would move over to the right column. But here, when we're in a table, pressing the tab key would always scroll to the right of our table, and then when we get to the end of our table, it would create a new row in our table. So that's kind of a cool advantage of using tables. So again, in this video, we just wanted to very simply discuss the idea of inserting a column and inserting row. If you wanted to insert a column internally, you would select the column that you want to insert, and then you would go to insert, or you could right click and say insert. If you wanted to insert a column at the end of a table, you could just start typing in that title label row. So we could say maybe this is emergency contact. We press enter and it would automatically be included. If we wanted to create a new row, we could insert a new row by selecting that row and going to insert, or selecting that row and right clicking and going to insert. However, if we were at the end of a row and we were to press the tab key, that would automatically insert a new row, which would be included in our table. And that, to a certain degree, can be advantageous. So With that, in our next video, we're going to go ahead and formally cover how to convert a table to a range and why you might want to do that. We'll then discuss some of the formatting issues that you might have when converting a table to a range and how you can overcome some of those formatting issues. So join us in the next video and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.